Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy of GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hand is a recent release from Marvel. This is the full collection of Avengers Arena. So this is by Christos, Gage, and illustrated by Kev Walker, Alessandro Vitti, Riccardo, Burchielli, and Karl Malone. Collects issues 1 through 18, retails for $39.99. So this is an oldie but goodie. Came out quite a few years ago. I actually don't know when this is. So this was probably about when I was diving really back into comics. I don't think it says when it really came out. That's a shame. Probably should look that one up. But so basically, the story is Arcade wants to become like the big cheese again and actually become relevant. He's always kind of been a joke of a villain. So he kidnaps a bunch of members from Runaways and Avengers Academy, which was, I think, really good stuff at that point in time, and throws them on this deserted island and just basically has them battle out. Yeah, we've seen this. It's Battle Royale with a bunch of Marvel teenage characters. It's not that complicated. It's not that crazy. But you know what? It was a hell of a lot of fun. It was, and it still is. There is tons of characters, some that you're going to go and see and, like, basically say whatever happened to this character. There's quite a few of them in that where I just kind of read and be like, why haven't we seen this character? Whatever happened to them? And it got me wondering a lot of that. There's also some, like, great characters. You got Runaways. There's, like, X-23s in it. There's a bunch of stuff that I think, like, is just not addressed nowadays. Basically, you have a bunch of teens who went through, like, this massive event where they should be full of PTSD. And, like, maybe we should be talking about this a little bit here and there. Like, maybe we should be keeping eyes on some of these teenagers. And I remember there was a follow-up, but I just don't remember what the hell the follow-up was. So, yeah. So, there's a lot of... It's good. I mean, it really isn't that much more complicated than Battle Royale with a bunch of Marvel teenage characters. I mean, it is not complicated at all. It's just bloody fun. And when I mean bloody, I'm not talking like the British bloody. I'm just saying like blood like everywhere. Like people die. Like people get jacked up in this comic. And basically from of the time, what I remember is that this was just kind of like a really smart take and attempt to do a wink and nod and some commentary about reality television, which was kind of like really going through that boom phase at that point in time. And, everyone wanted their 15 minutes of fame. Nothing's really changed in that. It's all kind of evolved at that point. But, that was what Arcade was doing. He was going to, like, live stream everything, and people could watch these superheroes fight each other and try to murder each other. It was good. It was really, really good. So, basically, it's just a bunch of heroes fighting it out and seeing if they can get off this death world. And that's really what it is. Like, it does not get much more complicated than that. So, art. The art's solid. Like, we got a bunch of different artists. The style shift like here and there, but generally it stays really consistent. Like, nothing gets to a point where it ever really bothers me. It's some subtle differences, but it works pretty well. There's also there's just really good emotional moments as well throughout. Some stuff that like really comes out that just I thought was good. Come on, you had them fighting sharks, people. And, so, I mean, it's one of those where there's a lot of up and downs. It's just an entertaining read. I mean, if you just like the idea of taking a bunch of heroes, dumping them on an island, having them battle it out to the death, you're gonna like this. And the fact is, it's 18 issues, you get everything right here, $40, a nice thick trade, and there's some extras, too. So, it's not just the story. You get a bunch of variants and covers and stuff like that. Cool. And things that I love, like, I love sketches in the back of trades. Like, I think this should be standard in everything, no matter how big or small the trade is, even if it's just a page or two. But we get a decent amount of that, like, taking us through the process of how the art's done, which I think is pretty sweet. So, do I recommend this? Like, absolutely. I think this is a really good read. You do not need to read pretty much anything before, and you don't need to read anything after. This is a solid pickup. One time, enjoy it, and that's that. Like, you really don't need to know the Avengers Academy stuff, you don't really need to know the Runaway stuff, and you don't need to know what happens afterwards, though it might make you wonder what happened afterwards. So, just pick it up and enjoy it. Like, it is just brainless fun. I remember enjoying it when it first came out and thinking that, rereading this, absolutely think the exact same thing. There's just nothing has changed at all. It's just brainless entertainment, fun, and that's not a bad thing. So if you like the idea of a bunch of teenage superheroes battling out Battle Royale style on a island and it being broadcast for the world to watch by Arcade, yeah, this is your book. If there is one comic to read about teenage superheroes battling out on an island, that's Avengers Arena. So you can get this in comic book stores, you can get it in bookstores. Go support your comic shop first and foremost. Always support your comic shop. There is a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. If you don't have a shop, there's no problem with that. We have an affiliate link. The affiliate link is obviously we get a small percentage of it. So by doing that, you do support our site, though. I do want to thank Marvel for supporting our site. We always appreciate it. And thank you for the review copy, the free review copy. We always like to be transparent when it comes to that. And thank you for watching. By watching, you, of course, support us in your own way. So now if you're into Marvel, if you're into trade paperbacks, you're into comics, you're into Avengers, if you want to figure out what the hell happened to these students, because I gotta go figure that out, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics. Hopefully you don't wake up on a mysterious island. Keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.